Welcome back. Session 32, part two of paper trades. Yesterday, we were talking about paper trades kind of being like your training wheels to stocks, to building up your stock skills for stock success. And if I was to rewind a little bit, my backstory is, I was working hard at a job and living with my parents at the time, and I was saving up, and I noticed something that scared me to a great extent. I know, I budgeted my money very well, saved a lot, but at the end of the day, I was not getting ahead. And my thoughts were to have some savings built up for a down payment on a home, because obviously I didn't want to live with my parents for the rest of my life. So I wanted to buy either an investment property or a single family. I worked hard. I was at a full-time job. I have years of experience at the same job. I was getting regular bonuses and promotions. So, I was thankful I was able to save up living at home, but at the same time, I was scared because I wasn't getting ahead financially. So that was kind of like the start of these thoughts, was from that day where I noticed that I needed more than just savings. I needed outside help. And I will go through my stock career with you guys, start with 401k, but I just want to kind of jump back into this. But I just thought I'd give you a backstory why stocks are important, because if you master stocks, you don't need anything else. You can have all your requirements can be met, your dreams can be met. This is all you need. But no mistake about it, these are skills. You can't just start thinking, I know blah blah was successful in the stock market, I can do the same thing. Yes, you can be successful, but it takes time and patience and learning. These are a set of skills that you need to have success first before you feel the success. And it might take you 3 to 6 months, it might take you 3 to 6 years to master the skill set. And a lot of it is patience, acquiring patience. And then when you find success, how do you handle that success? A lot of people that have success, they get overconfident and they blow it on the very next trade. And it goes back to setting goals and what is the bigger picture in mind. For instance, if you drink, having more money might increase your drinking problem. Whatever the case is, having more money will amplify your current state of whatever that is. So just keep that in mind. So basically, we're setting up this log so you can have a foundation of success. This is what this is all about. And yesterday, I put cost here. That was a mistake on myself. I do make mistakes. That was a mistake made by me. So we have the cost. We did a paper trade yesterday, 50 shares. We lowered it a little bit, so we get an instant profit, but no problem there. So our cost is 46.56, and the market value is this. And then when we come back Monday, we'll see a change because the prices never stay the same. So whatever this is throughout the day will remain this way. And the thing that I left out, besides noticing that mistake later on, that's why I want to dive back in here. Also, let's finish up the dividend, and then I have an announcement to wrap this video up. So we want to go on stock analysis, and we're on IIPR. They're going to give $1.82 on January 12th. So already they did that. So we want to go forward in the future. So we will go look at last year. They paid April 14th. So it's reasonable to assume that they'll give that. And their stock has trended always in an upward trajectory, which that means a lot to me. It's just a little more than what it was, but hey, it's going up. And you never know. They might, for 414, give an increase to that. Why? because they want to reward the investor. Because, you know, I get rewarded. I tell my friends and my relatives that this is a good opportunity, and it goes on from there, and they know that. So 414 is what we'll put as a date. So 414, and we'll just figure that they're gonna give what they gave last quarter, which is $1.82. And then we'll build out another column and put equals, and then it's the shares multiplied by the dividend per share that they pay. So we'll have a dividend of $91. So if the share at that time when they pay out is $91, we reinvest dividends. So we would get one additional share added to this quarter. And this will teach you vicariously from me doing this. By watching these videos, you can see how this accumulates in time, because this is something we're gonna stick with. And what I was gonna say is I want to give myself a credit of 100 paper trades on the beginning of every Friday morning. And the rules here are that, one, I have to spend all shares on Friday. If Friday's not a trading day, I'll do it the following Monday or the next trading day, whatever the case may be. So spend all shares of stocks on this list. So those are the two requirements. I have to spend them all, and they have to be on this list. If they're not on the list, I can't do it. So they must already be on this list. So it's a fair ball game. And the purpose of this list is to find investments. So this is a way to track what I see, and also as a tutorial for myself to see if I just gave myself X amount of money every week, how I would invest it. And if I do well in this, then obviously I'll start increasing the amount that I invest in. I have a pool now, and I do add accordingly. You know, right now I'm sitting on cash in my stock account, you know, ready for a crash or ready for as my own investments crash. I kind of depend on it to make money long term. That way, you know, it's just what happens in the stock game. The stock crashes. No matter, you can be in Apple, you can be in Tesla, you can be whatever stock you think or you have faith in, it will crash. That's what stocks do. So knowing that and embracing it for when it happens, like, you know, if you've been following the channel, you know, I bought Harley a while back, and I have a plan for that. So if Harley crashes, which I am down $2,500, no big deal. I didn't think it'd be on a straight arrow up. The first 4 months in the year is a lot of times people like myself and corporations, they're figuring out write-offs and how to balance their own portfolio going forward. So the first 4 months are kind of in that pattern. So I didn't expect like a quick breakout or a reality of what kind of price this would see until later on in the year, if that makes sense. But anyway, I'm down 2,500. No big deal. If it gets down further, I don't know what to do because it's already written in place. So I know exactly what I want to do and the money that I want to invest to balance it out to actually, you know, improve the likelihood of hitting my goals. So it's not a problem. And that's what I do every day in my portfolio. So that's what I'm saying is, you know, I have excess in my portfolio for when stocks crash or when the market crashes. I'm prepared. You never know when something might happen, but being prepared is the best scenario for you. So that's it. I just wanted to finish up the dividends here. And this is real world as much as it gets, because on 414 or whenever they pay out, I'm going to accumulate shares just like I would in a brokerage account, and everything will resume in that matters. That way you can get a real world feel of the stock market. And that's the benefit of having these videos. And not only that, like I said, starting this Friday, I'll get 100 shares and I'll invest in one of these companies or possibly a new company. Like we'll start up Finviz again, and we'll try to find out new companies are out. And then I did some calls last week that were very beneficial. And I will definitely call all these companies that are on this list because I'm dying to figure out what the next investment will be. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hopefully you had a great weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.